Alright, so no introductions there, but still follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff and the hashtags, links to all that stuff down below. Anyhow, this was pretty crazy. Before I even get to this, I gotta credit and props to this dude before we get into this, because it wasn't really controversial. It was more like an old school, super ancient old school dude. Like, when you guys remember, I'm aging myself pretty hardcore, but X-Play, like the other chicks, like Olivia Munn. I remember the other one a lot better. I forgot what her name was, but that one chick, Morgan Webb. My God, the one where that old Bejito dude, Adam Sessler, knew. He's unfortunately became a cranky old ass man because he always just talks about politics. But man, this dude, blast from the freaking past. I think it was like 2012, maybe 2014. Since I heard about this dude, Michael Pachter, the man, the myth, the OG old school journalist, analyst, legend of the video games industry. I don't know if it was either Player Essence, maybe it was Spawnwave Media, Spawnwave, or the other dude, VTech USA. It was one of those three dudes I heard about a day or two ago about this dude. It's been a long ass time since I heard about him. And he had an old like Twitter account thing picture he put on there, aka X now, that he posted on there. And him going because he had the old school, you know what? He got the bad sickness disease that was going on when the pandemic scandemic was going on. So it's wild to see this dude, man. Michael Pachter. I might talk about him at the end of the video. So no videos to watch today. No reactions or strict stern commentary. This man last year didn't need no introduction. I heard about him a little bit before. Little cookie crumbles here and there. I think it was like August, September 2023. But this dude was absolutely being a pathetic piece of shit. Asshole cocksucker. Dipshit mother effer. And fucking Japan. I'm sorry I had to fucking yell my lungs out a little bit, but this guy had my blood boiling like a mother effer last year. That's why I didn't want to talk about him. But here we are. But this time's a lot more extra serious this time, because where he got arrested, as you could say, I can't say the name of that country. It's in the Middle East. It's the Yiddish place. Let's just say the Jordan River. Because that stuff would do a lot of people billions and trillions of dollars of money and power. And can't say anything about it because I don't want to be, oh, you're anti-Semitic if you say something about this or that. You're being extremely hateful and bigoted. It says Johnny Somolani arrested and released after allegedly harassing women in Israel. And this comes from Brandon Lidditt for Niche Gamer. So, sorry for any guys with headphones. I apologize, but this absolutely degenerate scumbag piece of shit. I can't stand motherfuckers like this. Parasitic ticks of this fucking earth. They're a parasite virus, honestly. In my personal opinion. Whew. So I'm sweating so goddamn much. Anyways, nuisance streamer. I don't care if I don't give a shit. Oh, he's like a 21, 25-year-old kid. But he's a fucking grown-ass man, bro. He should have known better what the fuck he was doing. I don't care if it's real or fake news. I hope they take his ass and freaking put him in a freaking death sentence, in my opinion. You know, they're not going to do that, but because they fucking let him go already. But whatever. Nuisance. Oh, he's beyond a nuisance. He's a fucking plague, parasite motherfucker. Screw this goddamn motherfucker. Sorry. I just don't get like this. That's why I can't do freaking things like this. Because I'll run out my voice. I don't want to break my voice for anybody either. Johnny Soliami is Ismail Rame Khalid. Khalid or Khalid. Oh, so he's Arab Middle Eastern. I thought he was just black. I didn't know that. Has been arrested subsequently and released after allegedly harassing a female officer in Israel. And all the shit that's going on, the whole political stuff with protests, I'm not going to get into any of that. If the JEWISH, you know, the small hat people are the ones that were unfortunately the victims, or the ones that are the Arabic Middle Easterns, people from Iraq, Iran, Syria, and all these other areas. I'm not getting into any of the political pundit stuff about that. I'm steering way the fuck clear out of that. That's not what my channel's about. You want to find somebody else like that, either go to, like, I don't know, on the left or right side, doesn't matter. And the ones I know are mainly from the right. Like either Ben Shapiro, the Candace Owen, the other dude, Steven Crowder, all those other fools like that. Or this other dude. Whoever it was. And then this other one, Brett Cooper, and all these other fools that are out there. And there's a few other ones too. I don't remember that well. Though. Whatever. Let's move on. Subsequently, after alleging harassing a female officer, Khalid, however you say it, is largely known for his racist and criminal behavior in Japan while he taunted Japanese citizens about the deaths of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And I can't say that word. And he said a lot of really, really extra uncringe stuff. I know he was like in his college students days when he said this shit. Same with another dude. I didn't get to talk about it either. And this guy, I think he was from like Denmark, Poland, Sweden, Switzerland, somewhere in the European Netherlands country. He went out to Japan and started doing all this harassment bullshit to a lot of Japanese officers. And here's the thing. I don't know how it is, but I've heard a couple stories that the Japanese police, they do not fuck around at all when it comes to foreigners. They will put them in their spot really fucking fast. They protect their fucking own people, from what I heard. Rumors from what I heard. They're a lot more stricter than that shit. They actually care about their actual Japanese, like, brethren and brothers and sisters out there a lot more. I think the only ones they don't like a lot more is the Yakuzas out there, and that's it. Other than that, I think they really have a lot of love and respect for their own, in my personal opinion. I know it's fucked up and biased and all that shit, but there are homogenous countries over there in Japan. Probably the same thing in South Korea and Taiwan and Thailand, too. When there's mainly only a one certain race ethnicity over there, which is Asian out there most of the time, unless it's in the little touristy areas like you go Okinawa or Kyoto or Tokyo. There's a whole blended different people, race ethnicities out there visiting and shit, and going out there in Japan and all that. From what I heard, gotta give credit to another big giant J-vlogger, YouTuber, streamer. I don't even know if she's still around, but I didn't know she made YouTube shorts. This chicken named Aki Dearest. I know she's a very big giant influencer idea there. She said that all the geishas, which I didn't know about this, and it was in March at the end of the month, March 20th to 21st, almost the end of last month. It said that a lot of the foreigners are not allowed to like see any of the geishas in the geisha district anymore. That was news to me yesterday. That's insane. But yeah, let's move on. It's fucking pathetic to see these. Not even Twitch streamers. A lot of Kick streamers are doing this shit now too, and that's absolutely stinks to the fucking high heavens. Let's move on. He said some really unhinged, cringy, Gen Z or shit. But then again, some people in my generation, millennials and stuff, I knew about dark, grotesque, toilet humor shit. Back when I was in high school, college, I used to laugh at a lot of fucked up, gruesome, really evil, fucked up things. I used to think they were jokes and shit, but I didn't want to go out there and perform that type of shit. Hell no. I knew my limits. It says, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, why did you do Pearl Harbor? You know what we had to do? We had to take out, destroy, because we don't know how to behave. We will do it again, you understand? Wow. He was eventually charged with forcible obstruction of a business due to his disruptive behavior as well as a trespassing on construction sites. I do remember seeing a lot of that too. I just didn't talk about it in this channel. I didn't have the energy to do that at the time. I was talking a lot more. The only two things I remember the most talking about last year, Jonathan Majors, and doing a lot of Tekken reactions. Tekken 8 reactions. Let's move on. This has resulted... And speaking of which, I heard about something about 4 or 5 days ago. Updates about Jonathan Majors again. I'm not going to do it this time. I feel like that's dead out in the water now. This has resulted in Khalid from being effectively banned from other countries. Good. Well freaking said. I'm glad. I hope this article's true from Niche Gamer. It says, also goes on to say, when we stay banned, it's not an official designation, but Khalid will be registered as a convict in Japan and required to disclose the information while applying for a visa. It's likely that he will be refused further entry into the country for no reason. For this reason. Kicked out of Japan, Khalid has taken a nuisance streaming to Israel, which is currently in the middle of, can't say any of that stuff. Nuisance streamers like Johnny Salami or Somali relied on their status as foreigners to protect them from consequences. Unfortunately, this does not appear to work in certain texts. You can either check out his arrest footage below. Oh, okay, so there was stuff down there. I'm a little nervous to play that because I'm not saying they'll give me a claim, but if there's any explosions and shit going on over there, I'm not playing the video. I'm sorry, links down below to the video if you want to check it out. Nuisance streaming refers to the act of committing criminals. I only heard about this 2 years ago, in 2022. Let's continue on. Act of committing criminal or antisocial acts on social media for, quote, entertainment purposes. These types of streams are more popular on sites like TikTok and Kick, where the moderation is more relaxed than YouTube or Twitch. As long as you're a 20-something-year-old woman. Khalid posted, so he's Arab or Middle Eastern dude. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he would have been black, white, even if it was a white guy, like, or Asian, or my freaking race, Hispanic, Latino, like, he's still a freaking absolute degenerate piece of fucking dumpster fire shithead, in my personal opinion, whatever. Da-da-da. He posted a response on Twitter calling the news of his arrest, quote, fake news. He continuously tries to explain that he was actually trying to bring peace in the ongoing conflict of those two countries, I can't say. And yeah, thoughts, views, opinion, speculations. You already heard most of my thoughts, views, opinion, speculations. This guy should be banned from every fucking country ever, man. I don't know what the fuck his parents were doing when his parents were on freaking cocaine or cocaine or alcoholics or some shit. Or maybe he came from a rich family and had that one dude did, Hassan Piker. He had a shit ton of money. He was just being a nuisance little like mosquito flying a wall. This is very, very annoying. You can see it buzzing all over the place in your fucking ears. Until you freaking go off the walls, go off the hinges. Asshole freaking dipshits like this. Absolute freaking degeneration. Like the brain rot of fucking society is right there, man. It's right there. I'm not even going to completely blame TikTok on that shit too. Or just Kick. It's just fucking people that have way too much fucking time in their hands. Or shit ton of people have. Maybe this kid came from a rich family or some shit. Yeah, I don't care, man. It's just, oh, God. I want them out of my freaking sight, out of mine. This is like one of those old school freaking memes. Like, oh, I want to put bleach in my eyes because it's fucking cool. That type of thing. That retarded BS. It's stuff like this. Show you how much worse of path to humanity is going. And I know like the other dude was his name. Shout out to Joey B. Tunes. He shows the absolute degeneracy that not even just the future generations are going. They probably said about my generation a bunch. I know this because I know not even just Xers, but the actual original baby boomers. Not the okay boomer freaking meme that when it came out in 2016, 2017, a while back. Almost a decade ago. I'm not even talking about that. Like the actual original baby boomers. That were in WW1 and WW2 and all that shit. The one that actually knew what life was like way before technology was a thing. They knew how society functioned back then. You know, granted, here in the United States in the 1950s and 60s, it was a lot more nasty R-word bigotry and real actual racism and all that shit that was going on at that time, especially mainly towards African Americans and shit. So it was maybe a paradise for white people at that time, but for blacks, it was a huge, massive struggle back then. Compared to now, where I feel like my personal thoughts, views, and opinions, and I'm probably going to get mega ultra hot to take care of us. As some black people, they got it way fucking made now. Compared to back then, they had to freaking actually bust their ass to do shit in this country. I'm not even going to get political on that either, but it is what it is. And that I wish this dude would have rotted in jail, just throw away the fucking key, never let this dude walk in any freaking country ever again. Should have put him in fucking Guantanamo Bay, to be honest. And I wasn't even going to read this one, but this one's from... This dude got so much older, man. So much older. Michael Pachter, man. He had a Twitter X account where he looks way old. There he goes. This was him in 2020. Man, look how much older this dude got, man. But then again, I think he's like 55, 65 years old. This dude's old enough to be my dad. That's crazy, but I wasn't even going to do Xbox news real quick. I'm just going to read maybe the first one paragraph and the bottom. That's it. Analyst Michael Pachter, a little bit more of a palate cleanser, even though it's a little bit negative news, but it's Xbox related. Microsoft Phil Spencer news. Yeah, Michael Pachter makes stunning prediction about Xbox Gaming Pass. Gaming analyst Michael Pachter shares a bold prediction regarding the future Xbox Gaming Pass, Microsoft's flagship subscription service. I'm not sure if this video is coming out Saturday or Sunday. We'll see. If you're watching Sunday, thank you very much. You're watching Friday. Love you guys even more. This comes from John DiCarlo. DiCarlo. Yeah, so it says, gaming analyst Michael Pachter believes that Xbox Gaming Pass will reach over 200 million subscribers in the next 10 years. Pachter also highlighted, he says, in common misconception regarding Microsoft's Gaming Pass current subscribers numbers. The future of the Xbox Gaming Pass or Xbox has seen a bit uncertain lately as Microsoft announced its new multi-platform strategy, which some of the platforms are high-profile games to be released in the competition, I guess, competing platforms. So far, Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush. I do remember Hi-Fi Rush a lot better. I heard Sea of Thieves was really, really shit. I don't know, I guess hardcore Xbox fanboys like and fangirls like that more than the other one. The Hi-Fi Rush has a good-ass fucking bop soundtrack. If I had an Xbox Series X or S, I'd be playing the shit out of that game. I'd be burning hours and hours in the hand. It reminds me of the late 90s, early mid-2000s Sega Dreamcast shit. And I never even owned the old school Dreamcast either. One of my cousins did back in the day that I knew his friend, his older brother that was in the military way back then. He owned a Dreamcast. And I remember he burned all these old school CD stuff. And he played music back then. This is when the old school MP3 player, Napster era was going on. And I was a 9, 10-year-old kid at that time. It's wild. So it goes on to say that represents nowadays everything's all purely digital. It's probably going to end up going to the cloud soon before after 2030, maybe 2040 when I'm almost in my golden years, in my 50s. Who knows? Who knows? Represents the biggest Xbox games that are part of the strategy, but recent rumors claim that many more of the Xbox titles will make the jump as well. While fans are surprised sometimes worried about this shift, Xbox has empathized. It will continue making the hardware supporting its own ecosystem. And then there's that other chick, Sarah Bond, actually said something about this too. I'll leave the link to the video where I heard most of this news, but links down below if you want to hear most of this information. Most of this information stuff. Yeah, thoughts, views, opinions, speculations, man. The guy aged a little bit badly, man. He was not in his little professional business suit like he used to be back in the day. Like, this dude was way OG, man. He was one of the old school dudes. Like, I used to like hearing sometimes about talking about Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, stuff like that. The first party exclusives or third party things or whatever. I used to hear a lot of my news from that dude way before even fools like Dreamcast, the guy I used to hear about way before I heard it from him or Young Ye or RGT85 or a bunch of other dudes out there. Player Essence, VTech USA even. And a few other fools out there that I just subbed to last year like Alex or Mugen Lord. Or even the other one I used to be subbed to last year and all this shit like Young Ye was. Like I just said. And the very dark chick, but Dark Titan Expresses. I'm not even going to bring that chick's name up again, but it's a lot of rage bait and hate bait and clickbait stuff that they do. So I was like, not all of them. Some of them do. Not all. But yeah, it's crazy to see this dude. I wonder if he's still doing any of these, what's it called, any of these videos and shit like he did way back in the late 2000s or 2010s. My God. I think the first time I heard him was like 2006. Way back. I think he started on like, I know it's on old school, like mainstream media, grandparents, like shit like, I think it was like from NBC, ABC here in the United States, or MSNBC. I'm not sure, or C-SPAN, I don't know. I think that's where he started from. So that's pretty wild, man. That's really insane how this dude came out. He's got to be like 65 or 70 now. My God. It's insane. Unless he's like 55. I don't know. The guy was really, really cool as fuck. Even though I disagreed with him a few times, but sharp, super intellectual mind right there. Real funny dude, too. And that's it. That's all I gotta say for now. I'm out of here. Sorry if I blew anyone's eardrums off. I'll make sure to leave a duration point when I start doing that. And that's it. And a timestamp as well. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. I'm going to cut the outro short, too. I'll see you when I see you guys a day or good night, wherever in the world you're out there. Don't drink smoke at the same time. Don't be reckless. Keep it calm, cool, chill, collective. Stay tuned for Streetcon's channel, including video game industry news, anime manga news, virtual VTuber drama news, and of course, as always, video games, console industry news, Skeptics drama news, Sports Kita, Dexerto news, reaction review segments, funny, cool reaction, movie, video game reactions, or Strickster reactions. That's it. Peace out. Call to you guys soon. Goodbye. Go on, I'm out. See you guys in the next future video. And next future commentary. I'm out here. Take it easy, everyone. Later. No. See you soon.